Hey friends, what's happening? Irish, you're already here? Yay. Johnny on the spot. Report for duty. Shh. It's really quiet here. Benghazi Rabbit. Hey, peace. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. This probably will be the world's most boring stream. But as we say, a disclaimer, you never know what could happen on a Regan Benson stream. So we're at the Englewood City Council meeting in the middle of the month that they don't typically have. So they're having a study session back there. Destiny! Oh, sweet lady. Good to see you. Hey, Modern Retro. You gonna hang with us tonight? Destiny Olsen, Steve Olsen's daughter, Cowboy's daughter, is in the house. Say hi to Destiny for all those of you that know her. Brandon, what's going on? Rhonda, how are you? So, yeah, the city council here in Englewood is meeting 2 times in 2 weeks. Instead of just keeping their normal meeting schedule, the first and third Mondays, they took the whole week of the 4th off. And so I guess they couldn't have their meeting on that Monday. Okay, whatever. So they're gonna have a meeting this Monday and next Monday. So I'm signed up for 5-minute public comment tonight. You've been jonesing for a good old Regan live stream. Well, you know this isn't where the good old Regan live stream is gonna go down. So far there's just one Englewood cop here. And it's quiet. There's not gonna be a lot of people at this meeting tonight because the communist faction of the city council isn't here tonight. That would be idiot Joe Anderson and his leash holder, Othaniel Sierra, the mayor, and then Chelsea. Apparently Chelsea's not here this evening. So they have a quorum because there's 4 members here. So unless one of them gets really sick here before the regular meeting and leaves, there won't be a regular meeting. So it's just kind of off the cuff comment that I'm gonna make tonight. I was gonna write it, but yeah, why bother? Because they screw with my time. So I don't know. I'll just say some stuff. The topic of my public comment this evening is the police department. Brandon, it's people like you that have given me the courage to speak at city meetings. Thank you. Keep it up, keep going. I don't care if you live there or not. You have a vested interest in how government is operating. So go to a city council meeting. I don't care if it's just in random town USA. Go sign up. Certainly you would have something to say to that government, regardless, right? Oh, hey, I just showed up in your town today and all of your city employees are a bunch of assholes. Or maybe you showed up in some random town USA and you've got some really good things to say. I don't know. How is everybody tonight? Hey, for those of you that have not caught the last video that Denver Metro Audits published, you really should go watch it. Yeah, he didn't pull that wand out with me. That shit pisses me off. Why? Yeah, Fat Daddy, it's a great video. I don't know if one of my mods in here so far wants to post a link to that, but no big deal. I mean, just go over to Denver Metro Audits page, and it was the last video he published. I think he published it yesterday. Sheridan is always doing some shady shit, always. Look, there is no hope for Sheridan, none. There's hope for Englewood, there really is. So the regular meeting starts at 7 in about 15 minutes. Lenny, how you doing? Long time no see. I hope you're okay there, friend. Is Lion in here? Hey, Lion, how are you? Frank Pants, how you doing? Standing tall. Just read the preamble to the Bill of Rights. Thank you. We'll be here tonight exercising, our right to redress government. Joko, how are you? You're getting better. You've not been well, Lenny. I'm sorry. Irish Rover just posted that link. Right on. Thank you, Irish Rover. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. I'm a professional YouTuber. Benghazi, you put some good stuff up. I want you to know I've been paying attention to your stuff. It's good. I like how you break some stuff down. Thanks for doing that. So let's see if they've got the public comment sign-up sheet going over here. What is your name?
Brian?
Oh, yeah, Brian Lipa. Oh my God, Brian. Long time no see.
How you been?
Well, I've been okay. You know, our last interaction was in the King Soopers parking lot, and that's the last time I saw you.
Oh, geez, I've been hiding detectives.
You're a detective now?
Yeah.
Oh, so you work with a bunch of idiots.
Oh, geez.
Great. That's not very encouraging.
I try.
Yeah. Yeah, you were kind of not trying very hard that night. Do you remember that night in King Soopers?
I do not, but if
You
I,
don't
if
remember
I did
that?
I apologize.
It's on video.
Oh, shoot.
It's on my channel. You don't remember that? Yeah, Brian and we had it out in the King Soopers parking lot because they were shaking down a homeless dude for being homeless. Per usual. So Pam is here. I gotta give Pam a ride home. Pamela Peak is here tonight to talk about her son, who I've been trying to help a little bit. He's got about, 15 FTAs over here in Englewood Municipal Court because the Englewood PD keeps arresting him because the guy doesn't have the capability to go to court. So they just keep charging him and arresting him and hemming him up left and right. And come to find out, he didn't even have an attorney. They've been prosecuting him for, going on a few years now. And he just wanders the streets because his mother, his darling dear mother, can't get any help for him. She's sitting in there in the black shirt. Let's see what was on the agenda today. Failure to appear, failure to appear, failure to appear. Speeding. Speeding. Failure to appear, failure to appear. Failure to appear, times 50. This guy has 3 separate cases. This is a revocation hearing for failure to appear for this guy. Yep, I'm guessing, homelessness right here. I don't know these two. Yeah, there you go. So, this study session is about parks. They want to put a bond, this gazillion-dollar bond, on the ballot, of course, raise taxes, because people love to pay taxes so they can have parks. And this guy's going to talk about Robert's Rules of Order, Bob's Rules of Order. And then that'll be over, and then they'll call the meeting to order for the regular meeting. I don't know if they're going to take a break or what they're going to do. We got Sean Lewis, city manager over there. Tamara Niles running a pretty shafty, shitty city attorney's office. And Tim Dodd, the deputy city manager. Kimberly Mitchell. He's the one who interviewed. You know who? Shauna Lipa. You're gonna have to fill me in on that, Kimberly.
Okay now.
Avila, Ivlia, how are you? Good to see you.
No, not yet, remember, we're gonna learn about gun safety before any of that happens.
Can I run around here? Where are we running?
Hey, no, Mitchell, 3.
Let's do somersaults.
Brian Lipa knows exactly who I am. He's working with detectives. Oh, that's a scary thought.
I should go in there and it's almost 7.
No. No. No.
Looks like. This is presentation on.
Well,
See that-
hello.
If I could see that far, I'll tell you.
It's our favorite allied security professional. How are you this
I'm
evening?
good. I'm having a very good time. It's a nice day.
Good.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Good, good. Just wondering if they're gonna take a little break before they start the regular meeting. Just hang it out.
Mitchell,
Cool.
what we're talking about.
How are things in the hood of Ingle?
Don't get out in the hood very much.
No, you
but
don't.
No, but here it's okay.
Civic Center's been quiet?
So far, I think the rain has helped.
Yeah, that was a nice cool down. Definitely a nice cool down. Just have one PD here tonight.
Is it a big, long one for you tonight?
Say that again?
Is it a long one here tonight for you?
I don't know. No, I'm gonna split after public comment. I don't have time for a whole bunch of shenanigans.
I'm trying to see whether that's the person of interest. I'm trying to think it was that one.
Hmm,
Is that the city attorney? Don't think that's. Right. I must go do my rounds.
well, good luck. I have water and snacks if anyone's in need.
Thank you.
Anyone, truly, anyone. Because I'm just nice like that. I got Cheez-Its, I got Ritz, and I got fruit snacks, and water.
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 Nothing on water. Right. Let me love you and leave you. I can do my stuff. It's around 8:30.
Be careful out there.
Everything you need? I'm Dave, by the way. Brian. Brian? Have we met before?
I don't think so, I never come over here, so. I know.
Lucky you.
They sent him over here tonight to see if I'd start another fight with him. I mean, to see if he would start a fight with me.
We're friends.
So far, he's done okay. No, we're not friends. We're definitely not friends.
Can we try?
No. It's, yeah, that's a no-go. Because you work for a bunch of corrupt people. And so none of you can be trusted. And I'm glad that your fearful leader is retiring, because it's about time. And you need to clean that place up. So be one of those good cops that starts denouncing the rottenness in your department. Be one of those. And then you can maybe be considered a hero for the oath that you swore to, you know, to uphold and protect
Yes, ma'am.
and serve, protect our rights, right? Not be arresting people for just existing, for unconstitutional crimes, right? Unjust law. Don't be one of those cops that goes out there and says, I'm just doing my job. Because if you're arresting people for unjust laws, you're violating your oath. And people are tired of it.
I don't blame them.
Well, good, I'm glad. So don't be one of those cops. There's children here, I have to be nice. So I'm going to talk about this council request that I came across. Englewood actually has some pretty cool stuff on transparency to be able to see what their city council is doing and talking about. They have this process here in Englewood where you can, where a city council member can submit a request for staff. So if you're a member of the public and you come here and you share a concern, or the city council member can right there on the spot or at the end of the meeting when they have their city council choice comments or whatever, after public comment, they can ask the city to respond to a council request. And they do that, and then they post it on their portal. And so you can go read that stuff. I just kind of prefer that people think I'm incapable and dumb, so I try not to talk a lot about all the things I know. But Rita Russell had asked the question about why police response wasn't sent right away when I called 911. I don't know if that's the question she meant to ask or if she misunderstood my public comment, but I had to call 911 for an elderly guy down on the sidewalk a few weeks ago. And I was very, very specific in that this was a medical emergency. They needed to send an ambulance. And instead, they sent a cop who showed up with an attitude and argued with me. And he eventually decided that he would call medical. And so apparently, that's how things work here in Englewood, except Vance Fender, the deputy chief of police, provided the response to Rita Russell's question, and he lied. Now imagine a cop lying. He said that he listened to the call and that I provided no information. And so they had to send the cops to make sure that the area was secure. So I challenged him in an email and told him to provide the call to all of City Council. Don't see that that's happened. Filed a complaint with, well, you can't file complaints here in the police department because they just throw them in the trash. So I had to go to Denver because Englewood contracts with Denver for fire and ambulance. So I went to Denver's 911 director and said, hey, this is a problem. Okay, they're starting a regular meeting. They're not going to take a break. I want to get my last words in. Justice for all. Justice for all.
Thank you. Will the clerk please call roll?
Oh, Chelsea is
Member
up there.
Nudikamp.
Present?
Member Crane.
Present.
Member Russell.
Present.
Member Wright. Present. Member Ward.
Present.
Mayor Wilson and Mayor Sarah are we have no more.
Thank you very much, Clerk Carlisle. We'll move on to the minutes of the regular meeting of June 17th, 2024. Does anybody have any amendments, or I will entertain a motion?
I move to approve the minutes of the June 17th, 2024 meeting.
Thank you. Moved by Member Russell, seconded by Member Crane. Will the clerk please call the vote?
Yes, Member Nudikamp.
Aye.
Member Crane.
Aye.
Member Russell.
Aye.
Member Wright.
Aye.
Member Ward.
Aye.
Member Chavez.
Next on the agenda, appointments, communications, proclamations, and recognition. We have board and commission member appointment recognition. The clerk traditionally leads this as well, so Clerk Carlisle, I believe you're up.
Yes, so I can call the names, and then if council would like to stand up, and we have some certificates and something to hand out for each member.
Certainly. Let's, we'll usually take a photo off at the end, but, we can hand out the certificates and read everybody as they come up.
Yes,
All
that
right.
would be great, thank you. All right, so these are the newly appointed board and commission members. For the Board of Adjustment and Appeals, we have Adam Cox.
Yes, you can applaud when the rulers applaud, but that's about it.
And John Cole. Is John Cole here? All right, for the Budget Advisory Committee, we have Peter Apple. Nevin Mandel. And Laura Schultz Cooper. For the Enforcement Advisory Committee, we have Edith Hughes. Rick Emmelhanes. And Michael Chisholm. All right. For Cultural Arts Commission, we have Martin Gilmore. Kyle Conrad. Angelica Delorio. For Englewood Downtown Development Authority, we have George Gastis. For the Englewood Housing Authority, we have Sherry Stinson. For the Natalie Trust Fund, we have Kenneth Marsh. Historic Preservation Commission, we have Cash Barker, Ken Chu, and Alexandra Dudman. For the Non-Emergency Retirement Pension Board, we have Beverly Coleman. For the Planning and Zoning Commission, we have David Renson. For the Public Library Board, we have Kyle Davenport. And Luke Curtis. All right, for Sustainability Commission, we have Rick Emmelhains, Elizabeth Shaw, and Lana Garcia. And just double check, is John Cole here? Okay, great, well, these are the newly appointed board members for the evening.
If we face that direction, we can get it.
Yeah, get in the front, get in the front. All right.
Thank you, everybody, for volunteering to serve on one of our boards and commissions. Congratulations to the appointees. We'll now move on to scheduled public comment. There is an opportunity to address City Council, an expectation that the presentation will be conducted in a respectful manner. Council may ask questions for clarification, but there will not be any dialogue. Please limit your presentation to 5 minutes, and if you have any written materials to present to council, you may submit them to the city clerk. First in the order tonight is Kathleen Bailey, here to address council regarding 25-year rain event capacity main trunk pipeline.
Kathleen Bailey.
Ms. Bailey, first of all, make sure your microphone's on.
Yes.
And if you open it up by stating your name, address, and cross streets. Address or cross streets, I should say.
Kathleen Bailey, Jason and Union. Good evening, fellow Englewood residents. As is described in the 2022 Monarch Subsidiary Report, although there was no river creek or gulf system in the upstream half of the South Englewood Basin, because the city built hundreds of homes across the surface of this major precipitation drainage way, this city placed those homes and residents at 4% annual risk of 1 to 5 foot deep flooding, localized flooding during the major 2020 rain event. Like the deadly devastation they suffered through on 7/20/2018, when a major 25 to 50 year rain event claimed a young woman's life and inflicted traumatic devastation on many other residents throughout the upstream half. But this transplant city manager, Son Lewis, and non-resident staff do not answer to and are not concerned about the general well-being of average Englewood residents. From the moment Sean Lewis walked in the door in 2019, just 1 year following the tragic deadly flood, it became clear that he had absolutely no intention of investing $7.6 million to install 20-meter rain event capacity main trunk line pipes to protect what he considers irrelevant, unimportant lower income residents. Lewis's only intention for the entire 1,221 acre South Englewood Basin was to stop the Oxford sinkholes and then move on to what he considers more important people in the important cities that sits north of 285, and to keep the cost for its downstream detention ponds and transfer pipes as low as possible, he needed to keep the smaller discharge from the existing dangerously undersized 2 radiant capacity main trunk line pipes in place in the upstream half. And this 100% dependent part-time city council who don't seem to know the difference between ancillary pipes and main trunk line pipes simply supported Stephen Lewis and staff's plan to just leave the dangerously inadequate 2 radiant capacity main trunk line pipes in place and just add more ancillary pipes. And this council then simply believes Stan Lewis and staff when they falsely declared that their planned $23 million downstream detention ponds intended to stop the Oxford sinkholes will also allow upstream floodwater to be captured and sent to those downstream detention ponds. When in fact, the only water that will continue to head to the Atoll Park detention pond, where it will be transferred to the $23 million detention ponds west of Navajo, is the water that the existing 2 radiant capacity main trunk line pipe currently discharges into the Greenway, and the water that the independent Delaware pipe currently discharges into the Greenway, and the rainwater that directly falls on the Greenway. Tonight I will,
He's supposed to put the map up.
tonight I will walk the 25-year rain event floodwater through the upstream half to demonstrate why that upstream surface floodwater is not on that list. I need to pause for a moment. I submitted that some time ago.
Can we stop the clock? Well,
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
We don't have what was submitted.
You guys responded to my email saying, yes, you did receive it.
It's attached to the agenda packet, but quality isn't great, but it's.
I want it on the upstream. I want it on the big screen. Do you want me to send it to you again?
It's,
Well, we're waiting for that. Remember, we're who's responding this evening?
I was just going to ask the same question. Who
I
had
was
last?
the last one to respond.
We go in alphabetical order, so.
Typically, this mayor is after me. He's first typically.
And he'll probably go in the next session, so I think that was the sign of the camp.
did you guys find it?
That thumbs up from.
Why don't you send it to me again?
That's who's up.
Okay.
If I mess it up, we'll let the mayor fix it.
Do you want to be secretary?
Since you were acting.
I don't want to start till it's up, because I'm going to be talking about it, and I want it up on.
Can you resend it, please?
I'm sorry?
Can you resend it? Is that doable?
I'm not sure.
Oh, can you resend the attachment?
It's in our cabinet.
Okay, I will send it.
Okay, I need to have a separate PDF. Yeah, let me try one more thing, Kathy.
Send it to you and
No, you know what, I can be back.
send it to you? Are you saying?
I think she has it. I think it's already been sent.
Ms. Bailey, why don't you go ahead and resend it to Carla, just so we can save time if she doesn't pull it up on this.
Okay, good.
We can move on to another, speaker and then come back.
The problem is she's in the middle of her speech.
I will set the clock for 2 minutes when we come back. It's up to you, but.
I'm sending it to you now if you want me to, and you'll send it to him, correct?
Yes, correct.
I think out of fairness, if we're going to remove speakers and we write it, we can let her start all over again if she's having something.
I would appreciate that.
It's right here. One second, we'll just go ahead and finish up. Let me send this to Mark. Thank you, Councilman Brennan and Kim, getting that to me.
1:56 to be precise.
What's that?
1 minute 56 seconds to be precise. You're at
Okay.
3:04 on the clock.
All
You
right,
did stop it very promptly.
very good.
Ms. Bailey, you may resume at your convenience.
Thank you. Up on the big screen is part of the Englewood flood map depicting the maximum flood depths during a 1 hour 25-year rain event with the existing 2-year minimum capacity main trunk line pipes. At the top right of this image is a smaller flood trail of the 341-acre south central Englewood Basin. In the lower half, below Tubbs Avenue, are the flood trails across the upstream half of the massive 1,221-acre south Englewood Basin. Starting on the lower right side of this map, you can see 2 separate legs of South Englewood Basin flood trails draining across South Clarkson and North City. In the upper leg, you can see the color-coded 1 to 3 foot deep flood trails moving freely across the upstream residents' yards and streets while simultaneously discharging floodwater into low points to residents' yards, basements, and first floors as that 1 to 3 foot deep flood surface water drains northwest across the upstream surface towards Broadway. In the lower leg, you can see the color-coded 5-inch to 1 foot deep flood trails also move across the residents' yards and depositing into streets and into low points. And that you can easily see where they merge together and discharge 4 to 5 foot deep flood water throughout the Tacoma Bannock area, inundating the residents' yards, first floors, and basements. Across the entire upstream half, all of that surface draining free-flowing 1 to 5 foot deep flood water that discharges the low points of residents' yards, first floors, and basements remains of those residents' yards, first floors, and basements until pumped out by residents themselves. The 25-year rain event surface water never enters the open channel greenway off Cherokee, never hits the Total Park detention pond, and never gets transferred to the eventual $23 million detention ponds on the west side of Navajo. Thanks to Sam Lewis and his part-time city council, those upstream families remain at the exact same flood risk as they did in 7/24/18. Thank you.
Next up, we have PJ Koenig. Is PJ Koenig online? I don't see him in the room. I think he stood us up again.
I do not see him online.
Okay. We'll move on to Regan Benson.
Oh, it's my turn.
Ms. Benson, if you would please open with your name and address for questions.
Well, you already know my name. It's Regan. And you don't need my address. And I was going to prepare something tonight, but I figured why bother? So I just want to talk about the police department, because it sucks bad. And I just want to say I'm super pleased to hear this news that Sam Watson is retiring. And I hope he takes a whole bunch of his dirty cops with him. Stay busy over there, city. Tamra, Miss Niles, city attorney, I just wanted to put on the record this evening that I can imagine you've probably been paying attention to the news where I just settled a $130,000 lawsuit with the city and county of Denver. 2 separate lawsuits, as a matter of fact, for the retaliation of speech. Isn't that interesting? And so I think, with that, Englewood has some lessons to learn and pay attention to. And your police department got suckered by that control freak factory you call a public library downstairs. And I'll tell you what, I thought the cops were smarter than that, but they're not. The mishandling of cases is off the charts in this city. And I just want to give a shout out to the Kylene Lewis family. Anybody paying attention to that case out in Aurora? SWAT team shot the guy dead on a Denver warrant that turns out was just an investigatory warrant out of the DA's office. Similar to the same bullshit that your police department is pulling on me. You guys trying to kill me? Is that what you're trying to do? You should have seen that family tonight addressing the Denver City Council, his wife, breaking down, their advocate, their brother, their father, that man's mother. Why do you not want to clean up your police department? Why are you letting these things run rampant in this police department? Why can't I not file a complaint? Why will no one respond from this entire city to my legitimate complaints and valid concerns before one of your officers ends up murdering somebody? Why? And it's probably going to be me because of my mouth. All of you got an email this last week about the bullshit response that Vance Fender gave you in your council request, Ms. Russell. Thank you for making that council request. Did any of you get that 911 call that Vance Fender lied about when I tried to help that man on the sidewalk? And they sent a cop to argue with me instead, and then claimed that I left no details in the 911 call, that this was strictly a medical call, and there was no threat, there was nothing going on that needed a cop? Did any of you get that call this week in your email? Because I didn't. And I had to file another complaint via email on that dirty investigator female that you have in this police department that's palling up with the Control Freak Factory Library because she's continuing her bullshit out on the street and writing bogus reports about me while she whisks a homeless woman away during a criminal investigation out on the street, whisks her away because she doesn't want to be recorded by me. So I filed a complaint via email with your city attorney, Vance Fender, Sean Lewis, and Sam Watson. Since those two worthless saps are still here, why don't you make them do something while they're still collecting a paycheck? Do you hear that, Ms. Newnenkamp? Do you hear that, Joe Anderson? Do you hear that, Mayor Sierra? Certainly you hear me, Steve Ward, and I know you hear me, Sean Lewis. Maybe you need to get a new job if you can't get that police department under control. Because it is a massive accident waiting to collide with an innocent person who doesn't deserve what that police department continues to get away with.
Member Wright.
You said something that concerns me. I've seen one or two of your videos. I will admit that you can be, you use your First Amendment right towards the police, let me put it that way. The one thing that you said that kind of concerns me, and I want you to be completely honest, do you actually fear that our police department could do harm towards you?
Absolutely. That's why they need to be on camera every second, everywhere.
All right, next up, it was Jennifer Lambert, but I believe she will not be appearing tonight, so we will move to unscheduled public comment, same rules, just 3 minutes provided in unscheduled public comment. Only one person has signed up this evening,
Actually,
and
we have two, so here's another one that are in person, and then we have somebody online.
but put curveball there, correct?
Sorry about It just came in.
First up will be Pam Peak. Pam Peak.
I think she,
Englewood. Ms. Wood, if you would please open with your name and your address for cross streets.
Englewood, cross streets are Fox and Turner. Well, when I was growing up and acting ornery, my mom would keep me outside and tell me to reset. At the time, I was
Where did Pam Peak go, that little lady with the white hair? Did she get up and leave?
She left a few minutes ago. She went to the parking lot. The one that was speaking before?
Yeah, no, the little woman that was sitting back here, waiting to speak. It was her turn.
Yes, she left.
Did she say she was leaving?
Yeah, she said she was gonna come back another time, but
Oh.
it was, I think she sent out before anyone went out, when they were having technical difficulties.
Oh, Pam. Yeah, that's not why. This poor woman. Did you talk to Pam? Little Miss Pam Peak? Did Pam talk to you? You know Pam Peak, the older woman with the white hair.
Who just left?
Did she just
Yeah,
leave? Did
yeah.
she say how she was getting home?
She said she was gonna catch the bus out there.
I was supposed to
So
give her a
I
ride.
walked her out there just to make sure, as far as I
Right.
could. But I think, I don't know if the bus comes.
I know. I just want to make sure she's
She went down to
okay.
the library.
She's really having a hard
Yeah, but
time.
I walked her down there probably about maybe 10 minutes.
10 minutes ago?
Maybe 7.
I think I just need to go at least check on her. Maybe she doesn't want to talk, and that's fine, but her and I have spent a lot of time. Have a good night. I'm going to come out that way. I'm coming out that way. I just, oh, have a good night. Safe travels. So, that was a genuine question. I gave her a genuine answer. Absolutely. And especially this female detective who seems to be, who she's referred to as the go-to gal that's drummed up all this fucking bullshit on me. I probably upset Pam anyway because I was being aggressive on the topic of why the police are continuing to get away with this shit, and that's exactly what she was going to talk about, and it has to do with her son, who this city knows well and continues to mistreat. The man needs help. And she is a resident of this city and feeling very targeted for trying to help her son. So, I have to walk all the way up these fucking stairs again. Oh, did I say the F word? Hey, everybody, I want to tell you this quick story. So today, I go to get my blood work for the 18th millionth time in the last 3 months. And I'm going to get on the elevator. And it's just a lot of old folks on the elevator going to their doctor's appointments. And there's this older man in the back of the elevator, and this woman who wouldn't let me on the elevator. She was just kind of in the way. I said, "Excuse me, can I please get on here?" And so there's like 5 of us in this elevator. And I'm definitely the youngest one by many years. And the man in the back of the elevator, he says, "Well, now that we're all together on this elevator," and I thought, oh my God, what's gonna go down? Start getting in your purse. Right? So, but he's really old. I guess she's gone. Does the trolley run that late? Do you know?
No, not after 7.
Not after 7?
She's gonna go over there to that little bus stop, I think, over here.
Oh, she's going to the bus stop to get on a bus? Ew, at 7:30?
She said that she did do it all the time.
I know she does, and she's quite independent, and that's,
But still, I haven't said anything.
I was gonna give her a ride. That's what we had agreed on. Huh, I'm gonna drive my car over there. See you later. Good to see you, Dwight. Everybody wants to see their second. Well, I don't know. You and Dave are the top runners for first and second place. We love these guys. Allied Security at Englewood is the greatest.
My studious look.
You look good, Dwight. I'll see you later.
Good to see you.
You too. Minus when they send morons here to fill in for the regular staff, but you'll never see an Allied crew run like you've seen ever anywhere across the country. I guarantee it. As you have right here in the Englewood Civic Center. So I don't give a shit about the rest of that meeting. I'm just interested in putting shit on the record because it's heating up. They don't give a shit. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't some council members there that don't give a shit, but the majority of them, to do anything about it, don't give a shit. If this city manager can't get that police department in check, your shit can. Bye. But no, I mean, it's not like this is all new in the last 3 months, okay? This has been brewing for years. Englewood's been sued for retaliation for speech before. Sam Watson's been sued. This place is a fucking mess. Just like every other law enforcement agency across the nation. Start getting rid of these people and stop replacing them. I'm tired of hearing, oh, we're so short-staffed and we don't have anybody. Bullshit. You have time to drum up all kinds of nonsensical bullshit on all kinds of people doing nothing. Sorry, I was checking that out down there. Let's just go see if we can make sure PM is okay. And she's elderly. It's just... Plus, I need to go home and eat dinner. So anyway, back to my story about this lapel. So I get on the elevator and that guy announces in the back of the elevator, well, now that we're all together on the elevator, I need you each to have one of these. And that's what he gave me. That's what he gave everybody on the elevator. Do I have it on upside down? No, I don't. There. And I just thought the irony of that was just fascinating. In that, you know, I have to come.
Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. Did you sign the petition? I'm Regan.
Reagan, we've met once before.
Thank you.
So,
Nice to see you. Have you signed the petition to vote for mayor?
To vote for mayor.
Do you know that there's 2 citizen initiatives right now that they want to put on the ballot for November that says citizens should be able to vote for their mayor?
Right, not to have him appointed.
Exactly.
I signed that.
Did you sign that?
Yes.
Okay, did you sign the second one? And it is for a supermajority. So if there's a vacancy on the city council, they have to have a supermajority vote to replace that person instead of just...
That I did not. I only signed the one.
Do you want to sign that other one?
Do you have it?
I do. I have it. Hang tight, you guys.
Hey, I'm all about,
It's, yeah, and it's just to get it on the ballot. That's it. You know?
Yeah, you worked your butt off out here, lady, so I appreciate it. You know what it's like to have to pick yourself up?
It matters.
It
But
does.
they're just trying to take me down. You know, and they get the cops to do it. So it's this one, right? So it just says that they want to amend the charter for supermajority vote to be no less than 75%, which means 4 instead of 3, to appoint a vacancy. Cool, thank you. And if you know okay, so let me get this man my card. So in case there's any others that want to sign this petition, they'll call me. I forgot to announce that too in public comment about my carrying of the petitions. I don't know. Yes, you are correct. No, that's fine. Perfect. Because I'll go to that. Thank you. I appreciate you. I will. Okay, that's a nice guy. I've met him before. So, for those of you that watched Denver Metro Audit's video, or if you haven't watched it yet and you're going to, there's something I want to tell you about that. If any of you noticed, there was another speaker signed up to talk after me, and her name is Jennifer Lambert. Yeah, and she got up there, and you'll see it in Denver Metro Audit's very well done video, and she just essentially blasted us and, you know, tried to be a psychologist to the city council about, you know, ignoring First Amendment auditors, and essentially you should violate their rights is what she was portraying. Well, it turns out that Jennifer forgot to announce that she's literally a government employee, city employee for Englewood Housing Authority. Yes, she is. And so, yeah, appointed by the mayor. It's not called Englewood Housing Authority anymore. It's called Housing Initiative Concepts, some bullshit name. They tried to rebrand it. Yeah, she's a technician with Housing Authority. She's the person that's supposed to be getting people into housing. Qualified people into housing. Not coming to city council meetings, trying to beg city council for a spot. They're grooming her. They're grooming her is what's going on. So yeah, I guess she didn't want to show up tonight. She decided not to give public comment. I guess maybe now because the whole world knows what she's up to, including all her bosses. She's a low man on the totem pole at her job, and she actually should be shit-canned for what she did. But she won't be. Oh, Pam. I feel bad for her. And I don't have $1 million, so there's nothing I can do to house her son. Her son needs help, and she needs help helping him, and she's not getting it. So I'm driving back here to see if she is back here waiting for a bus. This is where a lot of crime goes down. There's, of course, no RTD security anywhere. They say that they're, going to be everywhere. So people are safe on our public transportation system. Nobody's safe on this public transportation system. Yeah, she's not back here. I'm assuming she probably got on the bus. I don't know at what point she got up and walked out. I'm assuming probably during the technical difficulties. Would you assume? I don't know. I hope I didn't upset her. Pam and I we're pretty tight. We have some pretty good combos. And it's been a really bad week. Last few weeks for her with her son. Englewood throws him in jail. And then where do you think he goes when he gets out of jail? He goes to her place. Yeah. Ugh. Can't fix it all, but I sure want to be able to support people where I can. So, yeah, that was my public comment. Did it come through? Reading chat right now. Yeah, the technical difficulties, they went on for a long time, didn't they, Lenny? She probably got nervous because she doesn't like to rely on other people. She wants to do her thing and get herself where she needs to go, and she's very adamant that she be home at a certain time. I promised her I would, give her a ride, and she, of course, told me, well, you don't have to do that. So I'm sure that played a part in it. I mean, I appreciate the question, Kim Wright, but, it's not just Englewood. Do I think that these cops would physically harm me when given the opportunity? Any cop will, especially in the Denver metro area. This bitch in Englewood, this cop, she's equivalent to Brian O'Neill. She might be a tad bit worse because she's been tagged the department's, well, according to one sergeant, she was his go-to gal. And yeah, I've had interactions with that sergeant. In case anybody wants to know who that is, that's Sergeant Adam Wright. You've seen him on video a couple times. Yeah, he's in my discovery. Getting a phone call from dispatch. And dispatch says, hey, the security guard, that security guard that sits over at that desk? Yeah, he called. He wants to press charges on Reagan Benson. Yep, working on that now, says Adam. Oh, okay, so I want to assign, I don't want to assign a PDO to that. Who should I assign? Should I assign 213? I don't know what their lingo is. I don't know what all their designations and titles are to each other through their we gotta talk code bullshit. And he says, Adam Wright says to him, no, PDO, assign 213. She's gonna be my go-to gal. 213. And that bitch does nothing of an investigation. Literally makes up and creates a case with no victim, says she talked to the victim. So I got court for that on Friday. Oh, and here's the other part to all of this. Remember, all of these people have been served their evidence preservation demand letters. because Joe Anderson interjected himself and announced it that he involved himself with the troll channel in thanking them and him for calling Englewood police to have me prosecuted. Joe Anderson admits that without his help, you know, the Canadian socialist who's got some kind of weird psycho vested interest in people in the US, never shows his face, except we know who he is. Yes, we do. Hasn't been making videos about me lately. I wonder why. So Joe Anderson interjected himself. I went ahead and served the city attorney's office, the whole office, an evidence preservation demand letter, because one of their attorneys in there is pretty dirty, and it might just be being led by Tamra. One will never know. So that's why you send them an evidence preservation demand letter, because once we get to that point and we start asking for all that evidence and they all of a sudden go, we don't have anything. Oh, really? You don't? Well, now it's punishable by law because you're withholding. We know you've got that evidence. So that means you either destroyed it or you're hiding it. So get up on the stand and testify under oath and let us know about all those things that went down. Because we're going to catch you on a lie. But I have to get through this criminal prosecution piece first. And I just like it when people think I'm stupid and incapable. And I'm just like a Jersey Shore crazy nut job lady who just says the F word way too much. I like being known for that. So to get through this criminal piece, I'll have my 4th court appearance on Friday. And it's going to be interesting because I think the judge is already irritated as hell with this case. It's not my fault. It's not my fault the DA is playing games with discovery. It's not my fault they're giving me a CD-ROM with corrupted files. Now it's really not my fault that I have to hire an attorney for all this bogus bullshit that they're pulling. But every attorney that I'm talking to is way too freaking busy for this bullshit, because specialized criminal defense attorneys in civil rights issues with plausible deniability cases, there's not that many of them. So I could call, Joe Schmo over here on the corner and he'll go, oh yeah, Regan, I'm going to take $8,000 from you. I'll represent you all the way. No, you won't, because you're an idiot and I know you can't handle this case. So I'm not going to make the system force me to present an attorney that I don't want representing me, period. So I don't know what Friday's going to bring. When I go to my 4th court appearance, when the judge said last time, well, she didn't recognize the games that the district attorney is playing, but wanted to put the screws to me for needing to get an attorney to enter appearance by my next court date. Well, okay, if they don't do it in the next few days, I don't know what's going to happen. I am not going in to a case like this. Everybody's looking at this as it's not that big of a deal, Regan, just take a plea deal. Nope, not going to happen. Misdemeanor harassment at the state level. Of course, they weren't ballsy enough, if you will, to prosecute me in the municipal court system over here, because the city prosecutor, well, at least at that time, would have looked at this and said, get this the fuck out of here. He's since quit his job too. I wonder if it had something to do with that security guard calling the Englewood PD saying, Jonathan wanted me to call. There is so much dirty shit going on over here. And they want to take me down. They want to silence me. They want me off their backs about homelessness. They're not spending the money right. I'm calling them out on it. Denver Metro Audit's been calling them out on their behavior standards bullshit. They don't want it. They want to shut it all down. And you start flying over the radar, over a crop of dirty cops, they are very capable of killing you. I know this. We all know this. We see it. And before I went to this meeting tonight, I watched the Denver City Council meeting. You guys, this case, this Kylie Lewis case in Aurora, this is so bad. Again, Aurora, that whole police department needs to just go away. There are so many of these, right? But Aurora just, it's wicked bad. So this guy was wanted on a warrant that Denver wrote for him through the DA's office for an investigatory warrant. That means that they think he knows something or he may have been involved, but they don't have any evidence. They don't have any proof. So they write this warrant and a judge signs it in Denver. Oh, going down the rabbit hole about all the terrible bullshit, right? It's all just crumbling, you guys. It's crumbling and imploding, right? Crumble, implode. So the judge signs this warrant. So Denver goes and hooks up with Aurora SWAT and they surveil this guy for a couple of days. And they don't find any immediate threat or whatever they were looking for because they deemed him armed and dangerous. No, if you go to Aurora, you can go watch the body cam footage. They order the dude out of the car. He's got his cell phone in his hand. Everything seems to be going fine. And then boom, one of the Aurora SWAT guys just kills him. Just shot him dead. And one of them, another one of the cops in the body cam footage goes, "What'd you do that for?" Yeah, this shit is unreal. So this poor family, and yes, it's another black man. This poor family, the mother's not from here. I don't think the father is either. They've been going to Aurora City Council. They literally shut down their meeting. So these people just couldn't talk. There is a black Aurora City Council woman over there that labeled them terrorists. A conservative, a Republican, labeled this family terrorists for coming to redress the government in Aurora, so they shut down the city council. Yep. So they were speaking in Denver tonight because they would like Denver City Council and all those in power who have absolutely no power in the city and county of Denver. Being a city council member over there is just a glorified, look at me, I spread enough literature and got elected, and now I get paid $110,000. I shit you not, $110,000 a year to be a city council member in Denver, and then a budget on top of that for spending, discretionary spending and staff. And the way Denver's city charter, it's the city and county. Denver is their own city and county. So they write their charter literally to give them all the power. And now you've got some members, of course, are coming to council and going, okay, we got to change this stuff. All right, we'll form this committee. We'll do this. We'll do that. It's all powerless. It's all powerless until they start amending the charter, like what the citizens in Englewood are doing here, by saying, I want to amend this charter so we can vote for our mayor, because right now, the way their charter is written, their mayor is appointed. So it takes citizen initiatives. So yeah, I'm carrying these petitions, because when I heard them announce that, I said, yep, I need me one of them petitions. I'm going to back what you're doing. Will it matter? I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not, because who knows? The world's probably going to come to an end before then. But I am going to support these good people in their redress of their government, and I'm going to support them in getting this on their ballot that says, can we vote for our mayor? Yeah, we should be voting for our mayor. Okay, well, you know what, you guys? I gotta go eat some dinner. And I want to thank you all for being in here and listening to me go on and on and on and on. And it's all activism. It's all important. And I know government doesn't think it's important. I know that control freak factory library, public library over there, thinks that it's their job to shut me down. It's not going to work. I'm here to tell you. It's not going to work. But it's going to cost me some money in the process. That's what they enjoy. So, yeah. They just get to make shit up, throw some shit to the wall, see what sticks. And we pay the price. But that's what happens. Bokomo! Is Bokomo in here? Oh no, Aurora. Hey, thank you. Yeah, Aurora's going through some stuff with her dad. Her dad passed away. Just kind of waiting to hear you get that on your channel, miss. You should get that on your channel and share your story with people. That's important. It's documentation. It's government. It's process. It's a lot of things that people would take interest in and probably could learn from. Her dad passed away a little unexpectedly. It was very traumatic for the whole family, and the response was a little weird in Aurora. They treated it as a crime scene. Her dad died of natural causes at home, and it's been a rough few weeks for them. And trying to get his cremains in this funeral home that they're working with. We got some problems in Colorado with our funeral homes. Yeah, in case you haven't heard about all that horrific shit. Colorado it's a weird place. Just saying. And now, of course, we've got new laws because the government is going to take over the funeral industry pretty much entirely here in Colorado. It's coming. What could go wrong? I mean, what could go wrong? Even though all those regulators that we already had in place to regulate funeral homes weren't doing their jobs, now we've got more laws that are going to put a lot of businesses out of business because government wasn't doing their job in the first place. So if you want to create a solution to a problem, I mean, just make a law. Yeah. So Aurora, think about advertising that on your channel a little bit as you get this squared away. And again, may her father rest in peace. Liz has some of the most gracious, kind parents that a person could ever ask for. She was very lucky. And her parents have lived a very good, long life. And you're very lucky, friend. And so honor him. Yeah. Get to your channel. Get to your channel and talk about it. All right, you guys. Thanks for being in here. Thanks, Aurora. Thanks, Irish. Appreciate you, as always. You guys take care.